So what's going on, everybody? JA here. Salute to you for tuning in. By now, you guys should pretty much know what to expect over here. We're going to be diving into the latest updates from around the world of sneakers. And do not panic, I am going to be talking Adidas and Yeezy today, which I know like 99% of y'all just come here for that. But I would encourage you to stick through the entire video. Remember, there are other sneakers out there, and if y'all pay attention, you might see something that catches your eyes. So salute, guys. If y'all enjoy the updates, let me know by hitting the like button down below. And if not, you know, it's still all good. To begin though, we're actually going to start with today's releases. So from Nike, their big sneakers app drop would be these Air Max 186. I think these are called like Powerwall or something like that, which I'm not really showing the storytelling and everything like that. I didn't do my research, but what I do know is that these are actually a remake of a sneaker which dropped back in, I think, 2006. So you got all the same colors, but what you now have here, of course, would be the 86 treatment. So these do feature the big ass air bubble on here, which as far as the colors right here, I would say these are unconventional colors that don't really mesh well together too much. So according to Eldon Monitors, which we got to give big props as they always, you know, give us the stock numbers, monitor these big sneakers app releases. They said there was roughly around 5,000 pairs of these, which based off the fact that you still have a full size run sitting via the sneakers app, it just kind of gives you an idea to gauge the demand on this. And Nike was asking $150 for these right here. Now, next up, we have the latest drop from New Balance, which they finally hit us with the Salehe Bembry 530s, the official release, which I guess last week these did drop via Be A Sponge, Salehe's website. So for those people that got them early, your pairs should now be arriving. But for everybody else that slept, we did have the official drop, which we did see bigger sizes sell out pretty quickly. So if you guys did miss out on this pair right here, I believe S&S has pairs, The End, as well as Dover Street Market also has some pairs available as well, which these did come in at 130 bucks. I got to give props to Salehe. I think these joints are very nice, some really cool details on here. And the fact that he didn't actually drop a 1906, I feel like now every marquee, high-profile New Balance collaboration, it seems like they're forcing them to drop a 1906. So anytime you see anything outside of that, you know, it kind of feels a little refreshing, right? But as far as this pair right here, I would also say the 530 is definitely a very popular sneaker, very trendy at the moment, kind of with that whole Y2K dash shoe aesthetic, as well as coming in at a budget-friendly price. But I would say, like in the sneakerhead hype world, it's not a model that people really rock too often. So I salute Salehe for kind of like introducing people to this sneaker, and it seems like for a lot of people that grab these, this will be their first pair of New Balance 530s. Now, switching gears, we got Puma. Yep, 2024, we're talking Puma over here. So they did drop the latest ASAP Rocky pack, which does include clothing and everything. The clothes is cool and all that, but I care a lot more about the sneakers, which it's the same as the first drop. Two colorways of the classic Puma and Hell, and then we have this new 3D printed model. So on the Puma and Hell, the first colorway is like this white and black pair with these little yellow accents in here. I feel like them joints look really nice. And then for the second pair, you got the black and neon green, which kind of reminds me of, remember that Skull t-shirt Juicy J was rocking in the Stay Fly video back in the day, that iconic joint which Supreme also used as well. That's the first thing that comes to mind anytime I see this color scheme. So we did see that first white pair sell out in pretty much all sizes, but you do still have sizes for these available, which do come in at 120 bucks. And then alongside the sneakers, they also always drop this crazy 3D printed model, which I guess is officially called the Puma Mostro 3D or whatever. So these ones always sell out quick at 250. And as far as the color scheme, again, you got that black neon. And as far as these pairs, a lot of people are saying a lot of positive things about the 3D printed model, which is definitely an interesting looking pair right there. So with those releases out of the way, let's go ahead and get into a couple of sneaker updates. So we're going to be talking Adidas right here, actually. So we got a bunch of Adidas updates, actually. So first up, this one comes courtesy of popular sneaker blog Kicks Finder. So it looks like Adidas actually will be dropping some new Bad Bunny collabs, and they're actually going to be introducing them on a brand new model. Well, not exactly brand new, but it's going to be a kind of mashup of a couple of different Adidas silhouettes. So we can look forward to the Adidas Adizero SL72 Bad Bunny. So essentially what they're doing right here is taking the upper from the classic Adidas SL72, a model which is very trendy, you know, from Adidas back catalog, and then it looks like they're going to be infusing it with the Adizero sole. So I'm assuming it's going to be this one that we're seeing on a lot of these new popular running models. We also did see Adidas drop it with those, I can't remember what the name is, but they all have that big, huge, chunky sole, which kind of like cradles and rocks almost, with this like very lightweight looking tech black, which does look very comfortable. Me, myself, I've never actually tried a pair. So it looks like we're gonna see a mashup of these two silhouettes coming together, and it's gonna create a very interesting looking pair. I wanna see what them joints actually look like. So it looks like we have 3 different colorways slated to drop coming up here in December. So let me know if you guys are rocking with that. And it seems like as far as Adidas, they're starting to do this a lot as they like mash up a bunch of their models together. Something that I feel like Nike can't really pull off like that. And then also from Adidas, we have a new Packer collaboration, which, no lie, you guys already know I always praise Packer for their taste-making skills. They always drop like some really nice collaborations with whoever they're teaming up with. So we have them dropping an Adidas Intimidation Low, which if you guys recall last year, I want to say, it was either earlier this year or sometime last year, where they hit us with 2 colorways of this retro Adidas basketball model, which they took out the vault. And I feel like as far as these new colorways, these joints look even better than the ones that we saw before, especially that lighter blue one. That's definitely one I would definitely rock myself. And if you guys have noticed by now, the Intimidation Low is actually the inspiration, I guess you could say, behind the Yeezy 500, as it does share that same FYW sole. So I feel like them joints are really nice. If y'all recall, Packer did drop an a Reebok Premier Modern Road collab, which is really nice as well. So it looks like they're gonna be finishing off the year strong with these ones right here. I feel like these joints are gonna be a sleeper right here. So let me know if y'all are rocking with them down below, or if you feel like they're just trash. And lastly, the moment you guys were all waiting for, we're talking a little Adidas and Yeezy. So in yesterday's update, I spoke on retailer Chewbacca, which I know they got a funny ass name, but they are legit, in which they got a whole bunch of Yeezy pairs. It seems like Adidas must have just dumped a bunch of their unsold inventory on them, because they got pairs which even date back to like, I would say like 2017, maybe even 2016, something like that. So as far as Chewbacca, if you visit their website, you will notice that the inventory is lacking, like just a couple of little leftover small sizes here and there, because y'all been eating them joints up for the last couple of weeks. But as I did mention yesterday, I would encourage everybody to actually visit their eBay store, which happens to be where Chewbacca, 2 brothers, which founded this company back in the day, actually gained a lot of notoriety through selling their sneakers through Chewbacca. So low key, I may actually be giving up like one of the plugs for y'all, but oh well, that's how we're doing it over here. So if you visit their eBay store, it seems like what they're doing is they actually upload their inventory first through their eBay store, which is cool because they do offer free shipping over there as well. And before you guys complain about the prices, they actually are offering all of these pairs, based off what I'm seeing so far, way under market value. So some of these pairs may come in like around retail or just under retail, which I know everybody's spoiled by them crazy Yeezy sales, which we were seeing pairs like going on sale for like 70% off or whatever. But as I mentioned, a lot of these prices are very competitive under the current market value. So I would definitely encourage for you guys to check them out. You're not going to see full size runs, but surprisingly a decent amount of pairs available with a pretty nice selection of sizes, but that's only as supplies last. So yesterday, after I mentioned the update, we did even see them continue to add more pairs to their eBay store. So we saw like classics such as the Vermilion Foam Runner, you know, them Red October joints, as well as more. I even saw like older releases such as the 350 V2 Marsh, which is still available in a decent size run. But then we also saw some older 700s, which I want to say these dropped back in like maybe 2017, 2018, something like that. So first up, we have the teal blue, I believe is what these ones were called. Remember, they came with that alternate pair of laces as well. That's one that you rarely see nowadays, coming in at $260. Not too bad, which them originally dropped at $300. Now sizes are running out fast. And then you have the OG Magnet as well. Now this one is a grail for many people. These are 2 rare 700 colorways because they dropped all the way back then, some of the first releases from this line. So again, sizes are moving fast. They got some more rare 700 V2 colorways as well, such as the Inertia. I also see the Salt on here, and then we got a good one here in the Geode as well. That's the one that was like originally labeled as one of those bricks back in the day, but has now kind of became a cult favorite. And I would say coming in at $260, not a bad look on the price. You also have some older 350 V2s such as the Earth, I mentioned the Marsh, as well as these 700 MNVNs, which come in with the orange colorway, which I want to say those were an OG drop. It was either the black Well, the orange pair was the first of those to drop. So some pretty nice pairs up on Chewbacca. Again, I would just encourage you guys to jump on their eBay store, as it seems like they're updating the inventory before they throw stuff over onto their website. And I would even say just hop on there, check it periodically if you're like really in the market for some of these pairs, because they probably will continue to keep adding more pairs, which I don't know where this inventory is coming from. I don't know if they've just had these joints like in the back warehouse or something, or if Adidas is possibly like dumping these pairs off. But definitely check them out. You may actually come across something, you know, that you've been missing out for a while now. So before we wrap things up, we do have a new segment which we're going to be introducing today, which is going to be the comment of the day, where it's exactly as it sounds. I'm just going to go through one of these YouTube comments that y'all left on yesterday's update, and we'll discuss it a little further here, or maybe not. So this dude right here, he put, "More Adidas Yeezy news, leaks, and possible drops, please." Now, does anybody want to break it to this person right here? Like, I'm like, bruh, this shit is over with. Like, Adidas and Yeezy, that partnership ended years back, and unfortunately everything that they're selling off now is just like the unsold leftover scrap. So there's really not going to be any new leaks or information or anything for you guys to look forward to. But as far as mainline Yeezy, yeah, definitely we will keep you updated on that stuff right there. So sorry, you know, I had to just be so like blunt about it, but that's just the reality that it is right here. So can y'all just let this person know right here? And then lastly, before we bounce, we got the poll of the day, which also relates to Adidas and Yeezy here, which I simply asked you guys, what will Adidas do with their remaining Yeezy inventory? Because remember, well, I know you guys know we have a fourth quarter drop apparently to look forward to. So I said, do you guys feel like Adidas will release these pairs unconfirmed or through their website, send them to the outlets, or dump them on their retail partners, or all of the above? In which we had roughly around 800 votes, to which the majority of you guys feel like we're gonna see a little combination of everything, all of the above. Which I'm not even gonna lie, like that sounds sweet and everything like that. We are roughly running around like $50 million worth of inventory, which Adidas does claim they're gonna be releasing at cost. So seems like we may get a little more pairs than originally anticipated, but as far as them releasing these pairs unconfirmed, you know, at cost, I really probably don't see it. I think probably what we will see, in my opinion, would be Adidas probably just dumping these leftover joints over to their retail partners, kind of like what I'm assuming they're doing right now with Chewbacca. But that's, I feel like, the worst case scenario, and maybe I should be a little more positive. We probably will get a big drop or something like that. Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see on that. So for now, guys, that's all I got for y'all. If you enjoyed today's update, you know, help out the channel by hitting that like button down below. Plus, if y'all made it all the way through the end, you already know I appreciate you guys. Let me know by dropping a salute down below. So I'll be checking in with you guys tomorrow to finish off the week. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm J.A. and I'm out, y'all. Love.